Yo, what up? What up? Gotta rock these today, man. Hands is way too damn dirty to be able to put on my contacts. I will definitely catch an eye infection for sure. Sometimes you can get so deep under a car, it ain't no way in hell you can get your hands clean. No matter how much soap you use. Today is one of them days. Don't be alert and go ahead and make a comment, man. A real good show for y'all lined up today. Real good show. Yeah, don't be alert and make a comment. Unless this one person is my troll that always show up. I got some dedicated trolls. Dedicated. Yeah, I don't care where I will show up at. They'll be there. So don't be alert. Go ahead and make a comment. Oh shit. Lightbringer, what up, man? What you change your name for, man? What's up with that? You know, I'll be remembering y'all thumbnail pictures, man. I'll be remembering them shits. Tan, there go another one. Tan, what up, man? Change your name too, man. I think that's YouTube doing that to y'all automatically. Yeah. You see how I'm remembering y'all thumbnails and shit? Wait until wait until Caden wait until Caleb Williams is able to remember the faces and jersey numbers of opposing defenders and automatically throw to the vacated area they came from. Y'all gonna be in real trouble then. Tech boy, what up? What up? What up? Talk about more democratic fuckery today. Talk about some democratic fuckery today. Y'all get in here so we can. All right, man. I ain't finna have y'all waiting. So was just announced. What's up, Scotty? Come on, man. I just got on and you coming to fuck with me already? Come on, Scotty, man. I just got on. I can see if I've been on for an hour. Come on, what do you need? I'm you go get your dinner. You go get your dinner, okay? Okay. All right. Damn, Scotty. All right, go ahead now. Go ahead. Go, 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 go. So, oh man, that movie was ridiculous. You just watched Charlton Heston, Ten Commandments, huh? Wow. Hey man, I know it for somebody younger. I know you like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, yeah, they was getting down like that back then, man. They was getting down like that. And you know what? You know what? Shout out to the History Channel for being the first like media entity to have the balls to depict the people the right race that they was, man. If you look at a lot of the newer History Channel shit, the Egyptians on there is the right color. Everybody's on there the right color. Shout out to them for that, man. Straight up. Shout out to them for that. Straight up. Lucy, what's up, honey? Shout out to the History Channel for that shit, man. Straight up. All right. It was just announced. It was just announced that Jasmine Crockett. This is the dumbest shit I think I've seen politically in a long time. So Jasmine Crockett is actually going to try to run for statewide office in Texas. She's going to try to run for a Senate seat in Texas. That's wild to me. That's wild that any Democrat would think that they could capture statewide office in a state that's that deep red, right? It's counterintuitive at best, crazy than the motherfucker at worst, right? This is not a scamdemic election. Nobody's going to be there to stuff the ballot boxes. Nobody's going to be there to let illegal aliens vote. A lot of the people that would have voted for you in past elections have been deported. Okay? I guess my only guess is that the Democratic Party is doing this to try to save face. Right? I don't know if y'all know this, but because the redistricting map was redrawn, the representative districts were redrawn, and they had a brief a stay injunction, and it went up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court upheld their right to redraw their districts, so she's been unseated. As of January 1st, she will not be a sitting U.S. representative anymore. Texas 33 is gone. So they try to save face by having her run for the Senate. Now, if you ask me what I think about this goofy ass political move, I think that this is designed for two reasons. Oh, I saw that. I'm researching that right now. I didn't want to go off half cocked about that one, so I'm researching that right now, Tan. Yeah, Tan say they saying illegals were giving mortgages and Biden GDP numbers are fake. Yeah, they were fake. And yeah, they gave them illegal mortgages. It's crazy that at the same time they was giving illegal aliens mortgages for scot-free, that I was sitting here and I think in 22 or 23 trying to get a mortgage, and the white bitch is on the phone questioning me about buying a sweater for myself on Christmas. Asking me, don't you think that was an irresponsible purchase? Because they go through your credit, they see everything that you bought. And I was like, wow, a grown ass man can't buy himself a sweater. Yep. I know they wouldn't have did that to a white person though. But that's a subject for a whole. Credit worthiness as it pertains to race is a subject for a whole nother live. We're not even gonna get into that one today. Right? But as I was saying, I think that this move, and this is, I think this move is designed for two things. KC writes, I meant to ask you this last lap. Do you think that we as black men need entirely new representation? Because me as a young nigga, I don't feel like nothing's being done that benefits me. When you say representation, do you mean in online spaces or do you mean political representation? You have to clarify for me to be able to answer the question appropriately. Yeah, go ahead and clarify. For me, online representation, I got a solution in the works for that. Political representation. Yeah, we do need political representation, which is why I keep bothering certain people about starting a PAC, a political action committee. I know how to file the paperwork and everything. I managed the campaign before. Yeah, we do need representation, but the representation you talk about, getting people in office, that's child's play. That's nah. Getting people in office is child's play, right? No, we need a political action committee, and we need to get involved in lobbying. That's where the action is. That's where you really get shit done. That's where you really get shit done, is through lobbying. For instance, if we had our own lobby, we could be getting all of these goddamn states to do that same 50-50 custody that Kentucky and Ohio was doing. All of the mandatory DNA testing y'all say that y'all want, we could do that through lobbying. That's how you get that shit done. You don't get that shit done by putting people in office. Putting people in office ain't shit. I could run a successful campaign for my motherfucking dog if you give me the right team and enough money. I can get my dog elected to mayor somewhere. I get my dog elected to a fucking a state representative seat. I get my dog put on the fucking school board. Get a goddamn squirrel in the park put on the school board. Give me the right team to run it. Nah, putting some, because most people that's voting, come on, man. It turns into kind of a high school popularity contest, even when you're talking about running for president. And this is not to disrespect people that are, the voting public and constituencies, but when you hear the reasons that some people vote for a candidate, they are superficial as hell. So that's why I say it boils down to kind of a high school popularity contest, right? Class president type of deal. Even when you're talking about running for the president of the United States, it really does. So putting somebody in office, yeah, whatever. No, lobbying. Lobbying. You having a powerful lobby, then people that you be seeing on CNN, then people that you see on Meet the Press and all of that shit, them politicians you be seeing, having a powerful lobby is like having a fucking leash around their neck. Real talk. Having a lobby, yeah, it's like having a leash around their neck. It's like coming in the kitchen with a treat. Come on, boy, you ready to go outside? That's what it's like. Yeah, we need to start a PAC, and through that PAC, hire whatever lobbying firm that we want. And lobbying firms, they don't give a fuck about what side of the aisle you on. They just want the goddamn money. I hope that answers your question. And all, in case any of y'all had the same question, I hope that answers y'all question. Lobbying, goddamn it, lobbying. Okay. Well, back to this bitch Jasmine Crockett, right? I can tell what the Democratic Party is doing, running her, but that doesn't make it look any less silly. It doesn't make it look any less wasteful. It doesn't. No. So no, it can be done from small dollar donations. If you think about this, we have what do we have? Like anywhere from 19 to what 21 million black men here in this country, right? 19 to 21 million black men. A lot of brothers are starting to wake up. So I think that, and then when you think about in this day of electronic funds transfer, you could get more people to give small dollar donations to a PAC to lobby for the laws that they want to than you can get to actually go out and vote for a referendum on those laws. Think about that. Today we got Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Western Union, if you go use that. Even if somebody didn't want to make a small dollar donation, think about this. They could go through a firm or something and donate $300, but pay it off in 4 or pay it off in 8. Think about that shit. It's easier to get somebody to give you a small dollar donation for a PAC than it is to get somebody to actually stand in line and go vote on a referendum for the laws you want. So instead of campaigning for the laws you want, you can just buy the laws that you want. This is a cash and carry government. It's a cash and carry government. I'm telling you it is. Quiet Storm, what up, dog? It's a cash and carry government. But it's like 19 million of us here. 19 divided into 2 is 8.5. I'm sorry, 9.5. Right? Let's just say, for example, you had, what if you got that 9.5 million to donate $1 a week to a PAC? $1 a week. Do you know what type of impact you can make with that shit? Do you? You know what type of impact you can make with that money? Think about it. $9 million a week. That's $36 million a month. You could flip you could flip damn near every state with that money. You could. Whatever you looking for. Whatever you looking for. You want mandatory DNA testing? You got it. You got it. You want 50 custody laws? You got it. You want an end to no fault divorce? You got it. $1 a week. And here go the crazy part. If you did it right, you will have white boys giving up their money too. Think about that. Think about that shit. KC writes, wait, I'm confused. If I'm understanding correctly, we can legally pay lawmakers. You sure in the hell can? Yes, it's called lobbying. Punch that into your chat GPT. You're gonna be surprised. Yeah. Totally legal. Totally legal. Totally legal. Yeah, we can start flipping school boards and getting them to put trade programs back in the schools. Yeah, $1 a week. Yep. And we can spend in places that the Democrats can't afford to anymore. That's the beauty of it. They're almost bankrupt. And with USAID going down and all of the money laundering getting shut down, I I don't I don't see where they're gonna get the money. I don't. That's basically part of what this live is about. I don't even see how they have the fucking money to be running Jasmine Crockett for a race that she can't even fucking win. I don't get it. They running this bitch for a race that she cannot win. But I know why they doing it. They doing it for two reasons, right? They're doing it, number one, to save face, because she's a outspoken moron that attracts the attention of other morons. And now that when January 1st rolls around, she won't be a sitting US representative anymore because her district was absorbed into another district. It's been eliminated. So she's the lamest of lame duck congressmen right now, right? And so them running her for the Senate allows them to keep her in the public eye. Whereas otherwise, if she wasn't going to another office or anything, she would be irrelevant, because you'd be like, oh, you the one who lost your district. What are you in front of the camera for? Why do we need to talk to you? Right? Is to keep her relevant and save face. And when she runs and gets demolished in the midterms, then they can try to get their base motivated with another Stacey Abrams story. That's what they setting this up for, Stacey Abrams part 2. That's what this is for. But it's crazy that you would sit there and spend all of the money that it would take. I'm trying to come up with a figure in my head that it would probably take to run a campaign for her. And in a state that size, the lowest number I can come up with is 70 million. That's the lowest number I can come up with. So they are about to spend 70 million fucking dollars, probably, or more, for a race that they know that they can't win. She's not gonna win fucking statewide office in Texas. A female Democrat? Are you out black? Are you they literally are burning money. Oh, and a third thing, got my fault. I forgot about that part. They got to keep Keisha engaged. So they this is what they spend wasting, throwing good money after bad. This is what they spending, about to spend, probably, like I said, $70 million on. This is crazy. This is crazy. This shows you the fucking death spiral that that the Democratic Party is in right now. But wait a minute, there's more. There's more. First of all, let me go ahead and read this news item. I'm gonna read this news item, and then I'm gonna tell y'all another nugget that's inside of the story that's gonna blow y'all fucking mind. You know what? I don't want to laugh, man. So I'm gonna have to switch to my newsman voice. I don't want to laugh, man, because this shit is fucking hilarious. Jasmine Crockett announces campaign for Texas Democratic Senate primary. Representative Jasmine Crockett on Monday filed paperwork to run for the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate in Texas, a source tells CBS News Texas, hours ahead of a planned news conference where she announces her plans. I'm done with going along to get along, and it gets us nowhere, Crockett said during her announcement Monday. I'm done watching rural hospitals and public schools close their doors. I'm done watching parents be afraid to send their kids to school or the mall or the movies because Republicans have flooded our streets with guns. I'm done with the senators sitting around doing nothing while Trump takes your hard-earned money, skims your Social Security, slashes Medicare, and gives tax breaks to billionaires. I'm done watching the American Dream report while Trump tries to pull the plug. The gloves have been off, and now I'm jumping into the ring. I'm asking for your support to be the next United States Senator from the great state of Texas. In the Democratic primary, Jasmine Crockett will face State Representative James Talarico of Austin, whose campaign has generated national headlines and who raised a record $6.2 million in the first 3 weeks of his campaign. After Crockett filed her paperwork, Talarico issued a statement saying we're building a movement in Texas fueled by record-breaking grassroots fundraising and 10,000 volunteers who are putting the work to defeat the mega billionaires, puppet politicians who have taken over our state. Our movement is rooted in unity over decisions, so we welcome Congresswoman Crockett into this race. Republican incumbent Senator John Cornyn, Attorney General Ken Paxton, and U.S. Representative Wesley Hunt are also locked in a closely watched battle for the GOP nomination. The final general election matchup is expected to be one of the most expensive races in the 2026 national cycle. See, I told y'all, you talking about $70 million with this and the primary. 70 mil. Right? You talking about 70 mil. Right? Oh yeah, she ain't got no ties to oil money. I don't know how you get elected. I guess Soros gonna have to break the bank for this one. She not a veteran. Got right about that. She not a veteran. Like either you got to be a veteran or a football player to win public office in Texas. Just how it is.
On her support, not just from Texans, but people from other states she met during last year's presidential election, campaigning for Vice President Kamala Harris. A second major domino fell early this morning when another Senate candidate, former Dallas Congressman Colin Allred, suddenly dropped out of the Democratic primary. Instead, he filed his...
And this is the nugget that I was trying to tell y'all about. Right here, Colin Allred. This guy right here used to be in the NFL. The Democrats told him to step down and stand down and file paperwork for another race, right? The Democrats just had this nigga fall on the sword. Now, weren't they talking about trying to win back black male voters last week? How is this going to help them? How the fuck is this going to help them? Y'all are literally demonstrating in real time that so-called black men have no fucking place in the Democratic Party.
Work in Dallas to run for the newly drawn 33rd Congressional District, which is entirely in Dallas County and is now a majority Latino district. I asked him why he is not running for another statewide office, such as governor, lieutenant governor, or attorney general.
And to me, that meant, let's look at this, from a perspective of, well, maybe this is an opportunity to go into Congress with a strong voice, to be a strong representative for us here in Dallas,
If they running a Hispanic nigga, you not gonna win. You're not gonna win. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If they run this is crazy. This is fucking crazy right here. Y'all talk about y'all wanna, why don't y'all talk about y'all want to capture the male vote? Y'all want to, stop the black male vote from running off and all of this shit, or you want to appeal to young black male voters? And here you got a NFL player that's in y'all roster, no pun intended, and y'all have him step down out of a primary to run for lower office? Who the fuck is running these people?
And to make sure that we don't have a bruising primary and runoff that will not allow the Democratic Party as a whole in the entire state to be unified going to November.
You mean, let's not have me in a primary against a black woman so we can show just how matriarchal and hyena-like this party is. Let's not expose that to everybody, especially that black manosphere, because we know that they're going to point that out.
That was a real concern of mine.
But Allred is entering a Democratic primary for this seat against Congresswoman Julie Johnson of Farmers Branch. She succeeded Allred in Congress after he ran last year against Senator Ted Cruz. Both are not running in the 32nd Congressional District because under the new congressional maps approved by Republicans and upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court, it will become a Republican majority seat. I asked Johnson about Allred's entry into the primary.
Well, I'm not surprised. He was dead last in the polling out of the field in that race. So he was looking for a spot to try to run again. But, I'm focused on my own campaign. We've worked really hard for the constituents in North Texas, really offering positive solutions going forward.
The third domino to fall today came this morning when Congresswoman Crockett's pastor, Dr. Frederick Haynes III, filed to run in her congressional seat, the newly drawn 30th Congressional District. The primary will not only be one to watch for Republicans, but Democrats, who for the first time in 30 years have candidates in all the major statewide races and for state representative and state senate as well. Doug?
Jack Fink, your day began with us before the sun came up, and here you are at 10:05 at night. Thank you for one long day with a lot of clarity for us. We appreciate it. As the campaign season kicks off, some key dates that you should know. The primary is Tuesday. That'll be March the 3rd, and then the runoff for the primary elections is more than 2 months later. That'll be on May 26th. General Election Day happens Tuesday, November 3rd next year. Depend on Jack and the rest of the team as we get you ready for the 2026 midterms with coverage all the time, on air and online and on the CBS News app. Anytime on the app, just look us up under the Texas section.
They are going to get the living shit kicked out of them in those races. It's not even gonna be close. They gonna get the doors blew off their ass. But what I cannot fathom for the life of me is the money that they're gonna spend to do this. This is nuts. They're gonna get their natural ass whooped. Okay. And some of the internal poll numbers. Oh my God. I just, so you okay as a party to potentially consigning anywhere from $50 to $70 million to the ashes just to set up a fucking narrative for the 2028 election? Because that's the only thing, the only serviceable thing I can see coming out of this. None of these people are going to win. Now, I would be interested to see who they run in 33 against Allred, but again, if most likely it's gonna be that white lady. No, it's gonna be the white lady. But inside of the primary, if they have a Hispanic that's running against him in the primary, he's not even gonna make it out the fucking primary. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think that Allred, if he was really, he talking about party unity. If that was me, I would have just bowed out gracefully after I lost to Ted Cruz in the Senate race. I would have just bowed out gracefully and wouldn't have got a private sector job, knowing that this was coming. I would not have filed paperwork to try to run and siphon off more money. But I guess this is how narcissistic people operate. They can't help it. Because he already got his NFL pension. He already wait. Let me see, did he make his pension in the NFL? Let me see, did he make his pension in the NFL? I don't think he made his pension because he didn't play 5 years. He only played 4 years. And he had a neck injury. Yeah, so he didn't make his NFL pension. But he still got a government pension coming. So, yeah, he probably should have just, because it's, when these Democrats run these packed primaries, nothing good ever comes out of it for them. Nothing good ever comes out of it for them. Think about the 2020 primary for president. Think about all of them nutcases that they had trying to run for the, to get the nomination. How do you suppose that made the party look? That's one reason now why they numbers are in the trash because of their primary. Do you know how many young voters probably saw all of the memes? That was a fucking meme factory. That primary field that they had. And I took them less seriously as a party after that. So what do you think? How do you think young people that couldn't even vote yet viewed that, and then they grew a few years and now they can vote? How don't you think that leaves like a lasting impression? Y'all got 20 dumb motherfuckers running for the primary. Y'all got Mary Williamson talking about fucking crystals and alkaline water and writing poems and shit. You got John Wayne doing motherfucking Einstein equations on the fucking chalkboard better than he is making speeches. You got Kamala Harris cackling like a fucking macaw. Joe Biden damn near can't get to the fucking stage. You got Jay Inslee, the fucking governor of Washington, standing there looking constipated like he about to fucking explode. You got all of these fucking morons, and then the two fucking best candidates that you had in the primary, one of them is not even in politics no more, Jim Delaney, and then the other one, Tulsi Gabbard, is in the other goddamn party now. How do you think that looks to somebody that might have been 15, 16, 17 back then, and now they can vote? You making yourself look like a monkey fucking a football. Jermaine Taylor, what up, dog? That's how With that, I mean, what lasting impression did that shit leave in y'all, man? Y'all let me know. What lasting impression did that leave in your mind? That 2020 primary field for the Democrats. Just packed with the most bizarre motherfuckers ever. The most disingenuous motherfuckers ever. Cory Booker, fucking clown, dumbass goof. Right? Yep. You're exactly right. Right pathway. When dummy Jazzy loses, she will blame it on white supremacy. She is racist and takes no accountability for herself. Or she'll blame it on patriarchy or sexism. It's always some fucking excuse. It's never, I didn't run a good campaign. It's never, oh, I was running the uphill battle in a red state. It's never that. It's always some bullshit ass excuse. Always. It's fucking predictable at this point. But to just what I'm astounded by is the amount of money that I know that they're about to waste. That's what I can't get past. The whole time I'm doing this live, all I'm thinking about is the amount of money that they're about to waste. Pour out a little liquor for that $70 they finna waste. $70 million they finna waste. 70 million perfectly innocent dollar bills about to be consigned to the fire. Because none of these, and that's just for one race. That's just for Jasmine Crockett's Senate race. Not to mention these other motherfuckers that's running. Oh, man. But knowing the Democrats, they go dump a shitload of cash. That's one credit I give to Republicans. When they don't think they can win somewhere, they don't put very much. They put a bare minimum amount of money into that shit. Democrats, though, it's like the races that they can win, they underfund them. And then the races that they don't think they can win, it's like they shoveling fucking like on a fucking steam locomotive instead of coal, it's dollar bills. This shit is nuts. Yep. Saul Rice, this tells me they are legit ideologues. Nothing about pragmatism. Just straight ideology. Straight ideology. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, you know how I go with ideologues. When they don't get their way, they get radicalized and they spin out of control. When they don't get their way, they get radicalized and they spin out of control. And that includes their constituents. That includes their supporters, not just them. Oh, man. This shit is crazy. I'm going to closely follow to see what other ill-fated, dumbass races are they go dump money in, man. Well, that's been my 2 cents on Jasmine Crockett and this wasteful race. And the part with John Allred is fucked up. I mean, I'm sorry, Colin Allred. I'm thinking about a dude who's played tight end for the Bears. Yeah, the part with Colin Allred is fucked up. They claim that they want to capture the black male vote, but then when it comes to a black man trying to run, they leave this nigga high and dry. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, man. It's time for me to feed Scotty his dinner. More Democratic lunacy, more Democratic fuckery. It's been a Black Pill PSA. Peace.